And from Nigeria's Middle Belt, we move now to the Federal Capital Territory, where the Senate will today screen former chairman of the board of Citibank Nigeria, Olayemi Cardoso, for the position of the governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. That is, of course, the CBN. The Senate will also screen 4 nominees, namely Mrs. Emem Nnana Usoro, Mr. Sani Abdullahi Dattijo, Mr. Ikeazor, and Dr. Bala M. Bello for the positions of CBN Deputy Governors. And they will join forces with Cardoso to steer the affairs of the Apex Bank for the next 5 years.
Now, the media office of the Senate leader, Senator Opeyemi Bamidele, in a statement said the Senate will screen all the nominees following its resumption from its annual recess. Recall that President Tinubu on the 15th of September approved the nomination of Cardoso to serve as the new governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria. And, just like we just got off the conversation, with Catherine Onoju, a quick profile of who Olayemi Michael Cardoso is: a Nigerian banker, chartered stockbroker, and public policy maker. Currently, well, until his nomination, was the acting governor of the Central... I was going to mention Citibank. He is currently acting governor of the Central Bank of Nigeria, and then served as a former chairman of Citibank Nigeria, also commissioner for Lagos State Ministry of Economic Planning and Budget.
He was also a member of the advisory board of Lagos Business School. He obtained a Bachelor of Science degree in Managerial and Administrative Studies at the Aston University, and he also has a master's degree from the Harvard Kennedy School for Public Administration. And so his resume is a very lengthy and weighty one. His nomination, again, not coming as a surprise to many people, given some of the trends of the nominations and those that President Tinubu have put in place, but also because he worked with President Tinubu when the president was governor, a 2-term governor here in Lagos State. Some would say being very instrumental to the economic policies and economic progress at the time for the state. 2 things I find here. One, the screening today, which we hope the Senate will share live. If the Senate is taking that live, you can be sure that we will also be carrying that live. But we hope it is a screening. There was a little bit less of bow and go in the recent ones that we saw just a few...
ministerial screenings.
Yes, the ministerial screenings for a few weeks ago. But oftentimes, it just feels like we don't get the really intensive, in-depth questions targeted at these individuals. And because we know where he's going versus the ministerial screenings where there was just a bit of an idea, not sure where the ministerial profiles or portfolios that many of them would carry, you had to have a very sort of surface interrogation sometimes. But with him, we expect this to be, we hope that it would be a very thorough interrogation, and one that Nigerians are very interested in, given the state of the Naira. This morning has gone back down to about 9.93 to $1. It was hitting 1,000 Naira to $1 over the weekend. Inflation, of course, in record figures. Food inflation is high. He has a huge task ahead of him.
Yeah, he absolutely does, but one thing, of course, is when you place those high hopes on the National Assembly, you have to really find out or ask who these people are in the National Assembly that will be carrying out the screening. It's not like they're completely brilliant in economic matters. They will know what questions to ask. Is that not why you have
aides? To do the research, to prep the files, to give you the questions, to talk to the experts, to find out what to ask.
I agree. But, since we haven't seen any of this happen in forever, then we might not, we might as well expect that it will play out the same way now, which is, this is a name that has been sent. You ask, a few, easy questions and the person gets, in. But another thing is, to also mention that I don't know that the individual brilliance of, any person who gets that position will be enough to fix what is going on with Nigeria's economy.
Yeah.
No matter how brilliant and how, smart, what his profile is, he looks like he has a very, very fantastic profile. But Nigeria's economic challenges currently, I believe, are more than just one person's role, or, the CBN governor and the deputy CBN governors. There's so much more, how we're going to produce more, how we're going to, give the Naira more life, how we're going to stop this, the stealing of Nigeria's crude oil, so we can increase our number of barrels per day that we're producing, how we're going to reduce the amount of, of leakage, with Nigeria's, money being stolen in different MDs across the country.
How do we reduce the cost of governance?
Many things. Yeah, exactly. All these things, would need to come into play for us to seemingly have, even if, yes, there's the idea of speculation as the reason behind the Naira exchange rates continuing to, hit 1,000 and beyond. But it's at this point, Nigeria needs more than just one person's individual brilliance. A lot of things need to come into play, but we'll see.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah.